short, I just put my comb here, and then, where, the highest point, I just go the body front and back.
فهو بس السكشنين بيفضل مش العضلات وين الفلو
25 minutes. So I'm going to show the side and then I'll turn over this way again. So, actually, I'll show the side here. So, what I'm doing here, it's already thin, so I'm not going to subsection 20 sections. I'm just going to do one. Now, the important thing with this line is, with the occipital, don't just comb on the outside. You just want to make sure you dig in a little bit so we get those hairs from underneath. Especially if there's a little wavy, it's important to get good tension. So I'm going to leave it as long as I can, but let's get rid of those dead ends. I'm going to point that, so I'm going to point that in towards the center. Okay, so meaning my points of the scissors are going inward, and then on this side, it's going to go this way. Not much, so this is mainly just to get a base. It doesn't even have to be. Oh yeah, right here. So it's kind of like this. Very simple. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to go right into the curtain bang. Okay, this is something that, you can get someone with longer hair that wants the feeling of, more layers, fun, maybe with a little something, but they don't want to have like bangs like this. They just want like a little something, maybe even here. So this is the different points of the face I like to look at, which is here. So matching the face, right? So you obviously look at their face shape. And then also based on their hair texture. Because sometimes if the hair is very coarse and bouncy, if I cut it to here, it's going to be here, Or if it's fine, then maybe it's a little longer.
الكرتن باند حسب الشيء.
And you can do directly middle, a little off center, or even to the side, it's up to you. But I'm going to show you how far back I like to do it. Because curtain bangs is like this. If your client wants a curtain bang, cool, great. But make sure they're definitely for sure, because you can't really do a little bit. If you're going to do it, or don't do it at all. Because if you try to do a thinner, smaller one, it doesn't work out for anybody.
قبل ما تعمل الكرتن باند لازم
How far back do I go? This is what I do. I look at the side of the head and I see where the hairline is. Some people's hairline is here, some people's hairline is back there. So what I do is I use my comb and I say 1, 2, 3, meaning this. You start where the hairline is so it's flat, and you go 1, 2, 3. So I'm just rounding back, and that third point is where how far back I go. Now, that's my point A. Point B will be how wide do I want this to flare? Do I want it only a little bit? Do I want it a lot? So that depends how far back here I go. So if I want a lot of swing, I go farther back. If I want a little bit, I go more narrow.
حسب قديش بدكم القصه تطلع لورا السيشن. يعني وين
اللي هي تقريبا فوق يعني طبعا نص حجم
تقريبا
بس خليه كمان يقول انه هو عم يعمل عشان كمان نعرف
Yeah, see? So something like this. So point A, point B. Pretty simple. So now, because that's why I do the 1, 2, 3, because like I said, some people's head is very square, some people's head is very like this, some people's perfectly round. This helps you figure it out. So now, we'll go somewhere here to the middle. And then I'm going to do this here. So I'm going to start with my client's right side. Okay, I mean, you can do whatever. By the way, do we have any left-handed cutters here? Then you just do the opposite of what I'm doing. Okay, so here. For those of you with maybe smaller hands, you can take 3 subsections. And if you have maybe larger, you can do 2.
اللي عنده ايده صغيره بيعملها 3 سكشن وايده كبيره بيعملها 2 سكشن.
And I say that just because if you keep your understanding of the head shape, sometimes it's better to do 3 and sometimes 2. You make that judgment.
حسب الشيب تبع الراس بيعملوا 2 و3.
Okay, so actually, let me start again. I'm going to make a new length now. Okay, so this is what I do. You want to check the texture. Some people have natural volume, some people there is flat. So just be mindful of that. But what I'm going to do here, I want to highlight certain parts of the face. So let's say your client wants a curved fade, but not too short. Just something that swoops, and that's it.
حسب الزبون شو طلب.
Yeah. So if that's the case, what I like to do is I'll pull it forward and I like to swing it over and see. And usually I will look at the lower part of the upper cheekbone. So the lower part of the upper cheekbone.
بالنسبه للقصه لتحت الشيك يعني هون في عندنا عظمه تنزل تحت.
So you see like this. Now notice it's not like this. It's not like that. That's too tight. This is more loose and soft. Yeah. Loose and soft, not so tension. Half mode. Yeah. Okay, so now that I have this, I'm gonna swing it forward. So for her, that's about between the upper lip and the nose. So that's what I'm gonna start with.
تقريبا على منطقة الشارع.
And again, I'm not going to pull too tight. I want to let the natural volume happen on there. So then I use the more less tension side of the comb. Okay. Here. Just kind of pinch it in the middle. Raise it up a little bit and. Okay, here. Right there. We're going to start on the right. I mean, you can point cut or cut, I'm just cutting across. There we go. And then there we go. See? Now, here's the problem. If you just cut that and then you start blow drying and try to style it, it's going to just look like a chunk of hair. It's not really going to move for them. Because again, remember, we want them to style it themselves and make it look good. So I want to add movement. I want to add this by itself. Because even if I do this now, it's just so heavy. So here we go. I'm going to start on this side so you guys can see, and then I'm going to do this side for you guys. Okay. So from here, I'm just cutting it down the middle, but I mean, like I said, you can do off center if you want to. So here we go. I'm going to start with one section. So this is always going to be your point B. And then we're going to do the 1, 2, 3 like this. So I'm going to take the first section here.
So you always start with the intersection.
The intersection, yes. So what I'm going to do is elevate the hair pretty much 90 degrees from the head shape. Okay? Upwards. Okay. And now you're going to see something here. When I raise it up like this, you're going to see this, a triangle. See this triangle? So the bottom of the triangle is your length. So we're not going to cut that. Because if we cut that, then it's short. But what's above that point here, this is all weight.
بس تشوفوا هيدا المثلث القصير ما راح توصل لشيء، راح توصل طويل بس لا تاخذ من قطر القماش. ما راح يصير قصير بس قطر.
So once I raise this up and cut it, here we go. I'm just cutting it straight across. That's it. And when I drop it, it just automatically swoops over on its own. Then I'm just going to continue to take sections. Like I said, you can do 2 or 3. 2 is fine for me, but up to you. And I'm going to pull it to the same elevation as the first one. So take the rest of it. Here. You see my guideline? And up that. Then I can follow a little bit here. There we go.
So أول خصلة هي راح تكون الجايد لاين، بعدين ناخذ الخصلة الثانية بنركب عليها.
So you can see the difference on this side and that side, yeah? So, now we do this one, same thing. So here, just subsection number point B. Elevate it up. There we go. And here we go. So that's the corner, we keep that. Boom. It starts to swoop over to the top, same thing. And same elevation as the first one, so bring it here. And then our right line, so here. Yeah. The magic, that's right. Yeah, so. And you can double check the elevation, there you go. Good. So now we have both sides, okay? Okay, so that's one way, but we'll just do the quick drawing, okay? So let's see, where's this? Now, this is for the client who just wants a little bit of swoop.
So basically, the thinning is a feeling.
Well, yeah, well, it's also, it allows you,
The feeling of the air.
yeah, but it also allows you to keep that shape and you don't take out too much of the shape because it's, you know, shorter here. Now I'm going to show you a way that I can alter it where you see where it's a curtain bang, but then a little bit of hair in the middle.